Certified aircraft.
Driven it.
Yeah, a few times. Pretty, it's different every time. Plan on an alternative, because I've gotten they close the field when something happens, and I've been there. Get another one on takeoff. Oh yeah, that's that daughter of that pro football player.
Yeah, I wanna
They
do
took
a
off.
little
They
bit
landed
of
in
analysis.
yeah, that's right. I remember reading that. There was two in the same day.
Left.
Never witnessed anything.
Because I want to advertise whatever that
I was in had to go to
get maybe three in there, or get a wider one.
There's only so many alternatives people. I went to Fond du Lac, and the whole airport was full. There was nowhere to park. They were parking them on the west runway down there, and like the bees were even.
I sent it.
That was a little wild too. I mean, it's a little. I always have people that have went before.
I gave him
I make
both options. So we talked about the commercial spaces and that one. And I have 70 by 70 on the application, and he's like, that's the size I want.
It's fun though. I mean, fun camp.
I think he's out for a couple days, but I'll double check on that 72.
You always camp south of the airport.
And he's gonna wait and kind of see. I mean, they're both doing their due diligence now, and
I sat in it and held the thing down because the wind picked up, so I had the brakes held and holding the plane from not wanting to fly, sitting there without the engine running, and the water was about this deep after we
all right, everyone, we'll get started for the Moorhead Airport Committee meeting. Our chair was not able to make it today, so if you'll bear with me, I will chair the meeting because our vice chair, his term ended. So we have a couple new members today. So first, I will do a call to order roll call, which is so noted. Does the committee have any amendments to the agenda? Seeing no amendments, I would be looking for a motion to approve the August 23rd, 2023 minutes.
I'll approve the minutes.
Okay, and a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Okay, thank you. The next item then is if there's any citizens in the audience that wish to be heard. Any citizens? All right, before we move on to our business items, I just wanted to recognize the new airport committee members that we have today. Before I recognize the new ones, I want to say thank you to Bill Forbes, Steve Lindas, and Jay Philippi, who were all fantastic airport committee members. Our new airport committee members, I'll maybe start with Jared Adams. He's our new Ward 2 representative. Jared, any comments or anything that you'd like to make for the committee?
Yeah, just thank you for having me. It's an honor to serve on the committee. So a little history why I'm connected with aviation. I was in the U.S. Army for 7 years as a UH-60 Black Hawk crew chief. So I was not a pilot, and I'm still not. Please don't hold that against me. But I do have about 970 hours in the back of a helicopter in both combat-controlled airspaces and on the East Coast in Washington, D.C. So I'm glad to have aviation back in my life, at least a little bit. Yeah, so thanks for having me.
Thank you. And our new council representative is Sebastian McDougall. Sebastian, if you want to say any comments?
Glad to be here, and like Jared, I'm not a pilot either.
And then our new Ward 3 representative is Aaron. Aaron, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, for sure. It's great to be with you. Aaron Sumala-Folkerds, and wear a lot of hats in the community. I'm an assistant professor of counseling at Minnesota State here in town. I'm also the wellness coordinator for the Moorhead Police Department as well, so I have a counseling background, also a pastor, and also a private pilot. So rent Piper Warrior out of the Moorhead Airport. So it's great to be here and be involved in aviation on this side of things as well. So thank you.
Thank you all for joining the committee. We really appreciate our citizen volunteers, so thank you for your time. All right, our first item on the agenda today is a hangar land lease. This is noted starting on page 4 of your packet. The request is on the new taxiway. It's a leased area of approximately 70 by 68. It is a request from Dean Solom, who has requested a commercial land lease for Airborne Equipment Inc., a Minnesota aircraft dealer, storage of aircraft, and a potential helicopter for aerial tours for the FM area. The hangar lease is standard and is reviewed occasionally by our city attorney, but would be similar to other land leases. It does include that the hangar will match generally the same colors of the other hangars at the airport. It's a 25-year land lease with an additional 25-year extension upon agreement of both parties, as well as a lease rate of 10 cents per square foot with an annual increase of 3%. The FAA does require an airspace review. That information has been sent to Mead and Hunt, who are working on that. And the applicant is potentially looking to start construction in 2024. And with that, I'll open it to any questions from the committee. And I believe we may have Dean here, although we've never met in person. So do you have any comments to make, Dean? All right, if there's no comments, I'd be looking for a motion to recommend approval of the land lease agreement to the City Council.
I make a motion.
And then a second.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? We really appreciate the investment of individuals in our airport, so thank you, Dean. And I will note for the committee that we have a private hangar land lease application. Essentially what that does is if someone is interested in constructing a hangar, they fill out this application and it basically reserves a spot. And we have the potential, we have 2 more applications for reservations. So potentially at your next meeting, you may be seeing another private hangar land lease. So we're really excited about everything that's happening at the airport. The next item on the agenda was appointment of chair and vice chair. And I know we have a number of new members and we have our current chair who's missing today. He wasn't able to make it. So it would really be at the discretion of the committee. If anyone is interested in being chair or vice chair, we could certainly make nominations, or we could leave this for the next meeting too if anyone wants to think a little bit more on it. I will leave it at the discretion of the committee, but if anyone is interested, would love to have a nomination for chair.
Does it have to be a different chair than the previous?
We don't have any standards for how long that you're chair. So if someone wanted to nominate Wayne, they certainly could.
Do we know if Wayne wants to be the chair still? Has he
I have
expressed
not
any interest?
asked.
I have no issues with nominating Wayne then.
Have a nomination. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And anyone who's interested in vice chair?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can nominate myself, but I mean, I can do that for sure.
I will take that as a nomination. Is there a second?
I'll second that. Go for it.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you so much. All right, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Moorhead and King Aviation for any aviation and fuel reports. Ryan, let's start with you.
Well, last year was really good for fuel sales. If you look on your packet, we sold almost 40,000 gallons of jet fuel, which shattered all previous records. It's just phenomenal. A lot of that had to do with the jets that are now based on the airfield, and then we had North Memorial helicopters coming in over the summer. They returned to go to the Jet Center for the winter, but I anticipate them coming back for the summertime, which is kind of nice having them come in and just kind of adds to the kind of busy atmosphere around the airfield. As far as, you know, good Dean building a hangar, that's great. He's got 2 airplanes and a helicopter that's been based in our storage hangar for a while now. So good that he's building his own hangar and making room for more planes to come on. The ones that are coming up, I know that one of the private hangars, he just bought a Piper Malibu that he's going to be basing in our storage hangar until he can build a new one. So that'll be a good thing. Same thing with the other guy that's looking to build a commercial spot. If he does pull the trigger, that'd be really good for the airport as well. So, a lot of good things happening out there. So and then, you know, one thing to kind of put in the back of everybody's minds, if we do get these hangars built, we're once again going to be starting to run short on taxiway space. So that's going to be with Christy and Jeff and you guys to discuss down the road, but it's a real possibility that we might need to add more taxiways, more hangars, so we can allow for more hangars to be built. That's going to be a good problem to have.
And on that note, I will add that the airport committee reviews our capital improvement plan each year, and that one will be on the next agenda. So we'll be looking at what was approved last year and whether or not we want to look to make any adjustments. Any other updates from staff or the committee? All right, with that, if there's no other updates, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, everybody.